point I'm trying to make is that gear set is secondary to skill set. Whether you're running Olight, Surefire, whatever the flashlight you're running, or whatever the holster, whether it be Bravo Concealment, Technical, Last Line of Defense, Southwest holsters, how well you perform is more directly related to how often you train than it is to the gear that you are running. So before you knock a holster, before you knock a manufacturer, before you say, oh, this doesn't work for me, ask yourself, have you committed thousands and thousands of hours to training and adapting to that gear? And have you given that gear the full opportunity to aid in your performance? I often think about it in this way. If gear can work for someone else, what are they doing that it works for them? And what am I doing that it's not working for me? If it's physiological or something you can't change, I understand. But 90% of the time, guys that can run sub-second draw strokes on a Bravo Concealment holster, can run a sub-second draw stroke on a Last Line of Defense holster, can run a sub-second draw stroke on a Southwest holster. It's very, very rarely the gear, especially in today's day and age. Today's the day, guys. The day we make it over those cables. Here we go. No, it's nothing. It's earthquake. Not only did I literally just break my back, there's no way my back isn't broken. Probably 4 places. A lesser man would be dead right now. But I think I broke my favorite camera. It's not going on anymore. Canon, what's your warranty gonna be like on something like this? I'm gonna call it a manufacturer-related incident. And I was skateboarding in the... anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Very cool camera. This is my Canon M100. One of my favorite little mini vlogging cameras. Oh well, there goes the vlog, guys. Overs. Today we're going to do a EDC Q&A. I'm not going to give the people who asked the questions full names because I didn't tell them I was going to be doing this Q&A. So I'll give their first names, and if you ask this question, you will know who you are. If you don't know who you are, it's because you're not following my channel and you don't deserve the gift of life. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully you do follow it. Okay, first question. Load. Why is it not loading? Okay, so the first question is going to be from someone called Kenneth. What is your actual favorite holster? My actual favorite holster. My actual favorite holster is the one that Southwest Holsters made for me for the Opsman Fast 401 weapon light, and I don't EDC it that much anymore because I'm currently running the Olight Boulder Mini, but I really like this holster because prior to me sending this light to James at Southwest Holsters, this holster didn't exist, and it's a massive setup. It conceals really, really well, and it's comfortable, and so that's my actual favorite holster. Because it's not just about the value of something, or quite the contrary. I like things that are inexpensive, that do a good job. You very rarely find it, but I'm a big fan of those sort of things. So this is actually my favorite holster that I own. And as you've seen in this preview, I own quite a few. Okay, next question. Thank you for that question, Kenneth. For asking that question, Kenneth, I will send you a free cap just because you were question number 1. There you go. What's the best and worst part of having a gear YouTube channel? From Brit. Wow. Okay, the best and worst part. Let's start off with the perceived worst part. One of the worst parts of having any kind of YouTube channel, but especially YouTube channel that relates around EDC gear is the people who watch it are highly testosteronized. And they don't believe that two people can sit at the same table and eat together and have different meals and be friends. And I'm very fortunate in that I grew up. My very first job was in a workshop. It wasn't a motor mechanics workshop, although I did study motor mechanics at high school. But I was in a workshop. And if you ever worked in a workshop, you need to develop a really thick skin really quickly. And so like haters and things like that don't really bother me. What bothers me is when haters bother other people, like smaller YouTube channels. And I mean, I'm a tiny channel in the grand scheme of YouTube, right? But in South Africa, I'm quite a sizable EDC channel. There aren't many people, and I hate saying this, that have my following that's talking about the things I talk about. And I don't mean to blow my own horn in any way. I'm just saying. And so I get a lot of hate, believe it or not, and I get a lot of positivity. And my philosophy on hate is this, twofold. One, if you're getting more hate than you are positivity, then you're probably doing something wrong, right? Because for every bit of hate mail I get about 20, 30, 40 emails that are positive. So concentrate on the positive and forget the negative. And haters who publicly hate, especially who do it on social media, they're really weak people. These are never the leaders of society. These are never the people you want to aspire to be like. If you think of the people you want to be like in life, you will very rarely find them on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube spreading hate. They like, listen, if that guy wants to carry his gun, how he wants to carry his gun, that's his thing, you know, just get trained, whatever the case may be. They're not people who incite social media arguments because they are often man or woman enough to have the argument one-on-one. The people who incite social media arguments are the kind of people who are not man or woman enough to face that person to their face. So that's the worst part. The best part is also twofold. One, the gear. If you're a gear lover and you have a gear review channel, you are in freaking heaven. And every once in a while, people phone me who follow my channel. I use the phone who subscribe to my channels, be it Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. And they'll phone me and be like, you know, can you tell me about this, that, or the other? And we end up talking for half an hour, 45 minutes about EDC. I am super passionate about this stuff. Like, one would think I'm sick and tired of talking about flashlights and things like that. I can't have enough flashlights. I can't have enough holsters. I can't have enough knives. I love this stuff, okay? It's like when someone says, can I send you this? I get excited. When someone's going to send me this flashlight, I get super excited, even though I've got like 70 flashlights already. When someone's going to send you a holster, I've got like 50 odd holsters. I've reviewed 25 of them, but I get super excited. I can't wait. I almost tell them, and people who've sent me these things will know, I say like, don't tease me, because I get really, really excited. So that's the really cool part. And just remember something to all those people who are making videos on YouTube, not just gear, just videos. Haters don't create anything. At the end of the day, not a single human being is going to ever remember a hater. No one has the World Haters Awards, right? And more importantly, for someone to hate on your video, they probably had to watch it. So, thumbs up. Okay, next question. What drill would you say is the best for at home? That is from, the previous question was from Brit. The next question is from Eric. The best drill at home. 1 second. I mean, I quite like this one. It serves my purpose. It's got that hammer action. You can like rotate whether you wanted to go inwards or outwards. And they're relatively inexpensive. It's Ryobi. They're not like the best in the world. Best part of this is chances are your dad has one, steal it from him. No, I'm joking. I know what you mean. The best drill that I would recommend is a drill like you saw in the beginning of this video. Getting your firearm out and into the fight, picking up your front sight, squeezing the trigger. I know a lot of people don't advocate trigger squeezing. Sorry about the squeaky floors. I have wooden floors in my home, and the skateboard doesn't go well with them, as you saw earlier on. Getting your firearm into the fight, draw and present, finger on the trigger, squeezing the trigger without it moving, picking up your sights. That's very important. So a drill where you can run that in repetition. So from concealment, draw, front sight, squeeze, assess, and repeat. The fancy stuff, It's important, but for me, the most important drill is the drill that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Do it safely. Make sure there's no live rounds in the vicinity. If you can, get some trigger time with dry fire. It's very important. But, excuse me, drawing the firearm, presenting the firearm, seeing your sights, squeezing the trigger, and then assessing your work through your sights, and repeat. That drill will pretty much cater for 90% of the problems you're going to experience in life, I think. Question number 17. How long does it take to do a review? From John. John, it depends. Something like this, I do sort of on the fly. Filming will take about 30 minutes. Editing will take about, for a video like this, I'm going to guesstimate, and I'll put the time down below how long it actually took to do this from start to finish. But filming and editing, something like this, probably half an hour of filming, 2.5 to 3 hours of editing, then about another 45 minutes of rendering, then another about an hour of uploading, and about another half an hour of adding tags and all those things. So, how much did I say? Tally it up. That's how long it takes. If it's a review for a product, if you're counting my review process, it takes nothing less than 2 weeks of active use. So if I'm going to review a pair of hiking boots, okay, I want to have worn that hiking boots daily for 2 weeks. Now, sometimes it's super hot outside, so you can't. So then what I would do is I want 14 days of wear out of my boots. So it can take up to 2 to 3 months to get those 14 days. That's the bare ass minimum. And then if it's like a gear product like this, I would do all my research. I would watch at least 8 to 10 YouTube videos about it. I would read the manuals. It can take time. I'm sorry I can't give you an exact time because it changes, but I'll put it to you this way. I generally release a video on Sundays at 6, and I can't remember the last time I was in bed before 3 o'clock on a Saturday evening. And also I have to say something about Michelle. We don't have weekends. Like, I work a full-time job, and then the weekends I film and I edit. We probably have a half a day on a Sunday free to just live our lives. Or maybe a whole day on a Sunday. But that's about it. But that's a sacrifice she's made, and I really appreciate that. So when you see and maybe to the haters are watching this, when you hate something that someone made, maybe it's not the best, maybe they don't have the best equipment, whatever the case may be, like, acknowledge it's not easy to make a YouTube video. Go and make a YouTube video and you'll see it's not a 5-minute process. So that's a bit of a roundabout long answer to your question. Okay, from a guy called Doggo. This guy's going to get something just because of his name. Why do your pics always look so good on Instagram? So my pics always look so good on Instagram because I understand the concept of light management. Taking a photo is all about light management. You can have too much and too little light. Both are equally poor. I've never done a photography course. I have no formal education in photography or YouTubing or video making, so what you see is what you get with me. Light management is the most important thing when it comes to taking a photograph. You can always add color, take color away in post, but if your image has bad lighting, there's not much you can do about it. So thank you for your comment and for your positive question, and you will also be getting a free EDC for the Let me show you what they're getting. You guys will be getting one of these free of charge links. Okay, next question is from Edwin. The thing you EDC the most. Very easy actually, and it's strange. I never thought about it, but the thing I EDC the most is my Core Essentials belt. No matter what I'm wearing, I always have a belt on, and right now it's always my Core Essentials belt. Probably the best belt I've ever EDC'd. There's also a review on it that's popping up in your screen, or check the link in my bio if you're watching this on Instagram. Why Olight? Well, why Olight? The simple answer and the honest answer. Why Olight? Value for money. And that's really what it is. Coincidentally, Olight sale happening probably as you're watching this video on the 10th of November from 8 until the 11th at 8. There's an Olight sale happening. So you guys are welcome to go check that out. I'll leave links down below. I'll leave a link in the description. I have an affiliate link with Olight. So if you want to support me and this channel, you're welcome to use it. If you don't want to use it, no worries. We can still be friends. I'm down for it. But there's an Olight sale happening. And for example, like their Warriors and things, on their sales, you get it for like 40% off. Right? So the reality is, by the way, the beam on this freaking thing is ridiculous. The review's coming soon. The reality of it is, Olight are just really good value for money. Right? Like, if you think about it, when I was working, when I was in college and I was working at a place called Cape Union Mart, we'd get a lot of the older generation in, and they would be like, Maglite. That's the only light I'm ever going to use. I don't want to hear about Surefire and Streamlight and whatever the case may be. And so there's always a new kid on the block. And Olight really seemed to be that new kid on the block. Their value for money is exceptional. Okay? And most people who carry these lights are EDCers like myself. You know, we want something small package, tons of features. You know, Surefire, Streamlight, those really tactical brands. I love them. They're amazing. But Olight really seemed to have cornered the EDC market. And what you're getting for what the price is really good. And I'm very much about that. I like giving people value for money. I don't always want to tell people, go buy the most expensive light, because it makes, I don't live that life. I'm not a millionaire. I'm very blessed to get the gear I get. But I would never be able to afford all the gear I get, right? But when I do speak to people, especially during these times, I have no problem recommending Olight, because you're probably going to get the best bang for your buck. So, Olight sale, guys, happening now, 40% off. Who even knows what? Go and check on their website. I'll leave a link in the video description. I'll leave a link on my Facebook. And if you're watching on Instagram, go to the link in my profile and it'll be there somewhere. I have an affiliate link that helps me help make these videos. Next question. I see you smoke cigars. Do you have any recommendations for someone starting out? From Paul. I absolutely do. So Paul, first off, I would recommend investing in a good humidor. A cigar is something you want to keep humid for as long as possible. Because a cigar is just tobacco, it'll dry out. And then it's like you're smoking paper. So it's not good. So humidor is important. And then a cigar I really like. This is called, and I'm probably saying this wrong, La Galera 1936 box pressed. Box pressed, can you see how rectangular it is as opposed to round? Such a nice cigar. And they're only $200 each. And in the cigar world, that's not too expensive. It's not the best cigar, it's not a Cohiba, it's not a Monte Cristo. It's not the world's best brand, but I found that it is a really nice, really smooth draw. You get lots of satiny, white, flavorful smoke, which this is almost like my go-to cigar when I don't have something super special, and I just want a cigar that I can smoke leisurely, not spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rands on. La Galera box press 1936. This is my go-to. So I would say start there. You don't really want to go any cheaper than $200 because you're selling yourself short and you're wasting your money. And $200 is a really, really good price, reasonable price for a cigar, which I've probably smoked about 6 of these now, and they've all smoked beautifully. So that's my opinion. What brand of suppressor height sights do you have? Levi. My suppressor height sights, first, the suppressor height sights, if you're running a red dot, are very important, and I can't recommend them enough. These were custom made for me by the guys at Jonker & Sons. They are in Paro Industria in Cape Town. I'll leave link. And then this is going to be my last question. What does your gear cupboard look like? From Josh. My gear cupboard looks like shit right now. I have way too much gear. Maybe that's for another video. I'll show you guys maybe in a different vlog. But I have way too much gear. If you guys have really cool ideas for how to pack gear, I'd really appreciate it. Packing holsters is a nightmare. So yeah, my gear cupboard needs a lot of work. Guys, that is it for a quick midweek mail time. Question to you guys: should I start Twitter? How do you guys feel? I'm not on at all, but do you think there's value to me being on Twitter to have more interaction, and you guys can ask these questions? These questions were emailed to me, they were DM'd to me on Instagram and on Facebook, and I just picked like little ones that I thought were quite interesting to make a video out of. So let me know if you guys want me on Twitter, and I'll happily join Twitter. That is it, guys. I will see you soon for another review. Tactical lights being reviewed this weekend. As always, if you aren't following me, I'm EDC for the EDG everywhere. If you are following me, please consider following another EDC channel or social media account, because we all need your support right now. That is it, guys. I will see you soon for another review. Have a good week. Stay safe, try hard. Cheers. God bless.